Hello everyone. I wanted to update everyone on what happened to me when I almost ascended and released my light body into the next dimension of higher awareness. I haven't really been able to make this video until now because I've been processing everything that happened, and it took me quite a while to do that. You know, this is what, as I talked on the last video, this is what it takes after any major experience that a person has. Now what happened is, this experience lasted about 3 to 5 hours. I didn't really time it, so I don't really know. But it started out with a huge amount of compression, and my body felt like it was being squeezed. And this is what happens. This is what your body feels like. And it feels like you're being weighed down. Your body feels very heavy, and it feels like you're being weighed down. And the next thing that happened is I had a huge amount of anxiety. And this is very unusual for me because I don't get anxiety. I don't have anxiety myself. So when I get anxiety, I know that something is happening, and it's coming from some other source, and it's not coming from me because I don't deal with any anxiety whatsoever. So as soon as I get anxiety, I always know to pay attention and find the source of where this is coming from. I mean, it could be a few different sources, but this was highly unusual because it was very intense anxiety. Now, during this whole entire process, I had intense thirst and intense hunger. So it's not like days of having intense thirst and intense hunger. This is like 3, 4, 5 hours of every 15 minutes having to go to the refrigerator, get something to drink, just eating something, like eat a salad, and then 15 minutes later you're really hungry again and you have to go eat again. Or you drink like a bottle of water and then you're really thirsty again. This was like really intense. This was the most intense experience of this kind that I've ever had. So this is something really extreme. And then what started happening is I also had nausea that came in with it. A nauseated feeling came with it. And all these things sort of come in waves. They kind of come, and then they kind of are there, and then they kind of go for a few minutes, and then they kind of come back. And then I had heart palpitations, extreme heart palpitations. And these went on toward the end of the experience and probably lasted about an hour. And my heart would beat up really fast and then slow down for just like 2 minutes, and then beat up really fast again and go on like that for like an hour. And this is because my vibration was being raised, my frequency was being raised, and my heart had to accommodate that because I was vibrating at, such a high frequency that my heart had to try to match up with what was happening in my body. And then suddenly this came on like all of a sudden, and toward the end I had goosebumps and bliss over my entire body. And the goosebumps went from head to toe, just not one area of the body. They went from head to toe, and tingling, but extreme goosebumps with an ecstasy or bliss sensation that goes along with them, which of course that felt really good. And that is something extreme because I've had these type of goosebumps before, but never to this level. So I'm basically talking about levels, this happening in extreme levels for all of these things, not just something light or something vague. It was extreme as you could get in an experience that you have. And this is what it's all about. All these experiences are always about the details. So we always have to pay attention to the fine details, whether it's something small or something huge that occurs to us, or occurs to our body, or occurs to our level of awareness or consciousness. Now suddenly, when I was right in this process, it kind of broke off. I had started to kind of see my light body separating from my body. And I also felt like a huge, push right about around my back and my kidney area while these goosebumps were taking place, as if my light body was detaching from my body and, trying to escape my body, or transition in my body. But then suddenly I felt, at the very end, I felt a break, and everything kind of stopped. Although I was still had the huge amount of energy that was inside me, that was still, sort of stuck inside me, because I had this higher vibration, yet I was still in 3D. I didn't actually move to another dimension completely. So this higher vibration stayed with me for about 2 days afterward, and everything felt like it was really speeded up. And my heart still went through different palpitations, and I felt like 3D world here was very slow. I felt like I should be in a faster paced world, and I wanted everything to move faster. Like I wanted myself to move faster, and I wanted everybody and everything around me to move faster. So it took me quite a while to integrate this and to get back down to the 3D reality, because I am still in 3D, so I still have to go back and adjust that again. I could not stay in 3D reality at that level of awareness. There's no way to stay here at that higher level of awareness. You just really can't. If your body is vibrating that high, it's very difficult. So I had to come back down to the 3D level of awareness. And as I've talked about, I feel this was a test run or trial run to show me how the releasing the light body is going to take place. Of course, everyone has their own experience, and not everyone's experience could be exactly like mine, but there is going to be consistencies to it, and there is going to be a releasing of the light body so that it can move into the higher dimensions. And there does have to be a higher level vibration taking place for this to happen, because you cannot move into the higher dimension and still be vibrating at the 3D level of awareness. And this will even include your body. So this is not just your level of consciousness. This also obviously includes the body as it transforms into the light body. So this took me a while to integrate this experience. And basically this could happen now for any of us at any time with any of these energies coming in. If the energy is strong enough, then if we are ready, this was the main message. If we are ready and the energy is right and the energy comes in and we are prepared, then basically we can transfer into the next dimension and the next level of awareness and into the light body if we are prepared. The right energy comes in, and then we have to be prepared to access this energy and go with the flow, and when it comes in, go with it and transform. And it seems to me this was the message given to me, that this is the way it is going to take place for us. This is how we're going to transform into the light body. And as I've been saying for many years now, it's very important for everybody to raise their vibration out of 3D. Most people already know this, but to get out of the 3D mindset as much as possible and raise your own level of awareness to a higher level of awareness. And there's many ways to do that. I could talk about later how you do that, but the more you get out of the 3D mindset of the reality of 3D, the easier it will be to ascend, because you will already have raised your vibration to the level that it needs to ascend in your consciousness. And this is expanding your consciousness. This is all about expanding your consciousness. And there's many ways to expand your consciousness. Of course, one of the best ways to expand your consciousness is to open up your third eye. this will expand your consciousness immediately by opening up your third eye. So a lot of people talk about the third eye, but there are specific ways also to actually open your third eye. And once you open your third eye, you then have access to many other dimensions and many other realms and many other ways of seeing things that are not in the 3D realm at all. I just wanted to go over that and what took place for me. I didn't want to make this video too long. Right now I will be updating more, and I will be making more videos. We did have a huge download also that came in a few days ago, and it did have some of the same attributes as what happened with me when I almost ascended, but it wasn't, the strength wasn't quite there. But it did have the compression, the nausea, and then at the end there was a paralyzed feeling that took place. And this paralyzed feeling for me lasted about an hour, and I could not even move from the chair I was sitting in. I was completely paralyzed by it. So we are having many downloads come in now. We have to be prepared ahead of time for these downloads, and be prepared to take advantage of these so that we can ascend, because this is what we all want. We want to ascend out of this 3D reality. So much love to everyone, and I will update you again with more information on this subject and ascension. Much love.